Hello everyone and welcome back to some more Danganronpa with me, Phantom Zwei. So, we are in the midst of it now. Things have gone crazy. Man, we're not even within the normal part of the school anymore. Kyoko came and more or less rescued us, but we still have to get back to the school and we have to figure out who the mastermind is, all kinds of crazy stuff. So, let's just continue. End of Chapter 5. The Ultimate Despair. A group of people who caused the tragedy 1 year ago. The same people who put together this killing game and began broadcasting it around the world. I wonder if they're related at all to Fenrir. The mostly desperate, awful group of people ever. Most desperately awful group of people, yeah. That is the mastermind's true identity. Our enemy has finally been revealed. But right now, we have to get out of this horrible place. Figuring out the rest of the story can come after. Yeah, you're right. Okay, but how the heck are we gonna get out of here? There's so much garbage here. I can't believe this place is even still inhabitable. She's just gonna say the same thing. Kyoko, do you still have that one thing? Monokuma's secret tool that you got from the headmaster's room? Of course I do. It's an absolutely vital part of ensnaring the mastermind. I would never part with it. And it can open any door in the school, right?
So.
That's right. Then we should be able to use it on that door, right? Perfect. Hey Kyoko, can we use that key of yours to open this door?
So.
Let's find out. Kyoko took out the key with the Monokuma design on it and slid it into the keyhole. And then... Yes! It opened! Now we can get out of here. Let's go. Sounds good. Alright, so that's how they're gonna escape. We quickly opened the door and made our escape from the garbage pit. Finally. We were finally free. But there wasn't even time to take a breath of relief, because the real fight had just begun. Chapter 6. Ultimate pain, ultimate suffering, ultimate despair, ultimate execution, ultimate death. Wow, that's cheery. After leaving the garbage pit, we found ourselves in a tunnel extending straight up, like a chimney. There was a metal ladder leading up into the tunnel. We started climbing the ladder, intent on reaching the surface. The ladder was impossibly long. I couldn't even see where it ended. We climbed into darkness. The passage was so dark and cramped, I couldn't even see my own feet beneath me. I had no idea we were so far down.
No.
Don't lose your footing. If you slip, I won't be able to catch you. Yeah, I'll be careful. But now that you said that, I'm getting kinda nervous. Maybe talking will help keep my mind off of it. So Kyoko, there's something I wanted to ask you. You said you're the ultimate detective, right? So how long have you been doing detective work? How long?
それは
Ever since I can remember. I come from a long line of detectives. Detective work is in my blood. But she said her father became the headmaster of Hope's Peak, which means, from her words, he used to be a detective? There was a time when being a detective was considered a sacred duty. My family has always seen it that way. Then, is your family famous?
違うわ
Quite the opposite, actually. Even among actual detectives, many people haven't heard of us. Huh? But how come? It's like your family tradition, right? So...
そう
Because we take pride in it. Pride?
ええ
A detective is neither light nor shadow. We represent neither justice nor evil. That's how we can uncover the absolute truth. We stand neutral in all things. And to do that, we have to stand separate from the rest of society. Which is why we've made a conscious effort to conceal our existence. A conscious effort?
そうね
It's kind of old-fashioned, and I can't say that it's entirely rational. But it's our family creed. And we do what we must to protect it. Because like I said, it's our source of pride. Pride. So that explains. Before I came here, when I was looking up info about the school online, I never saw anything about her. Because she hid herself on purpose to protect the pride of her family.
でも
And yet, I gave up some of that pride. Huh?
私は
In order to enter Hope's Peak, I had to reveal myself to the school. I did it knowing that it was something a true kirigiri detective would never do. But the reason you gave up that pride, the reason you would go so far to enter Hope's Peak, it's because of how much you wanted to reconnect with your dad, right? There's no shame in that. It's probably not because she wanted to reconnect with him.
Eh?
Reconnect? I had absolutely no desire to reconnect with my father. Huh? But you'd be reuniting after all those years, right? You would have had so much to talk about.
違うわ
There's nothing I want to talk to my father about.
だけど
There is something I want to say to him, though. What?
私は
No matter what it takes, I have to find him and tell him, face to face. What is it?
それは
I want to sever all ties with him. Sever? The last time I saw him, I was still very young. I don't remember myself, but apparently he was extremely intelligent. He was in line to become the next head of the Kirigiri family. He was talented. He had a promising future.
だけど
But he had no interest in detective work. So he cut himself off from the family. Not long after that, my mother died, and he simply ran away. He went to my grandfather, and they had a huge argument. And young as I was, he left me behind. I'm sure there was a reason for that. I'm sure your dad wanted to take you with him.
そう
If that's true, then I need to thank him. Thank him for leaving me. Because unlike him, I take pride in the work I do. I take pride in my family name. So every last part of me is happy that he didn't take me with him. If I'd gone with him, I never would have had the chance to become a detective. I was above Kyoko on the ladder, so I wasn't able to see her expression. So I couldn't tell. I couldn't see how she looked when she said that, what she might have been feeling. All I could tell was that compared to her usual self, she was more talkative and more emotional.
私は
I don't blame him, you know. He had his own life to live. That's what anyone in my position might say, right? But it's not true.
だけど
But there's one thing. One thing I can never forgive. Really?
それは
The way everyone else looked at me. I was never sad about being left behind. Like I said, I think it was a good thing.
でも
But when the rest of my family looked at me, they saw something different. They only saw me as the little girl that was abandoned by her father. That's how they see me even to this day.
私は
His shadow has been following me my entire life. I'm sick of it. I need him out of my life. I need to step out of his shadow.
そう
That's why I have to find him and tell him we're no longer family. In order to settle the past. In order to remove him from my life forever. I have no doubt he forgot about me years ago. But your family, to just cut him out like that.
違うわ
Our only connection is through blood, nothing more. Are we connected by heart and soul? No.
ね
Is blood really enough to call someone family? Only connected by blood, not by heart or soul. I was so shocked to hear her say something like that, I didn't know how to respond. So instead, I said nothing. I just kept climbing the ladder in complete silence. And after I don't know how long, we finally reached the top. Looks like this is it.
え
The other side of the door, Hope's Peak is there waiting for us. We're back.
そうよ
Remember that hatch in the ground near the trash room? I do, it was always locked. I'm fairly certain that's where we'll come out. I unlocked it earlier, so it should open without much trouble. Well, here goes nothing. I reached my right hand up and pushed against the hatch. The hatch opened with ease, and so... Looks like we're back. But I can't believe how long that ladder was. I'm exhausted. I can't exactly say we're safe and sound, but at least we're out of there. Now we're back in Hope's Peak Academy. Kyoko, thank you. I never would have gotten out of there without you. No thanks necessary. I was just returning the favor. Still, thank you. Now, what do we do? I'm glad I didn't die, of course, but if the mastermind finds out... And I'm worried about you, too. You helped me, so they might... You're worried? Yeah, of course.
じゃあ
Then let's just get a concrete answer. Huh?
つまり
Let's ask Monokuma if there's a problem with you escaping. Wait, that's...
でも
If we try to hide, it's only a matter of time till we're found out. And it's not like we can run away. As she said that, she pointed to the nearby surveillance camera. So you're saying rather than stressing out over getting caught, we should just give up now? Don't worry. What you think is going to happen isn't.
だって
Because the mastermind is the one that's ensnared. The mastermind is ensnared. You said something like that before. What does it mean? What does it mean?
それは
The mastermind stood exposed during the investigation into Makoto's death. There was a moment where the mastermind let their guard down. There was?
そう
If we can talk to Monokuma, we can confirm it. And it'll be better for us if we go to him directly before he tracks us down. That should help with our negotiations. I'm still a little, super uneasy about this. But we don't really have a choice, do we?
ええ
Monokuma should still be in the gym.
行きましょうか
Let's get going. Alright. That is exactly what we will do then. Alright. To the gym it is. Man, I didn't know what the hell was gonna happen when Makoto got found guilty and was freaking getting executed. I was like, what the hell? How can this happen? Oh, they got me good that time. Okay, so no one's around. So let's just go straight to the gym. We'll reconvene with the others later. Alright. In we go. Kyoko, I don't mind so much. But Makoto's supposed to be dead. What's he doing here? That's exactly how I thought he'd react. Are we really gonna be okay? You were supposed to be punished. Did Kyoko help you?
何
So what if I did? What will you do? If the guilty party's exposed during the class trial, they alone will be executed. It's unfortunate, but that is the rule. So now I gotta punish you again, and this time, I won't leave anything to chance. Kyoko, do whatever you feel you have to. What?
でも
But before you do, let me say just one thing.
もし
If you execute Makoto, that means you lose. Not that that matters to you, right? Huh? I lose? You, explain yourself. What do you mean by that?
だって
Well, you set up this latest class trial yourself, right? I was getting in your way, so you wanted an excuse to kill me.
つまり
I was supposed to be chosen as the blackened, and then executed, right? Hey, what are you talking about?
でも
But when Makoto chose to overlook my lie, your plan came crashing down. The results of the trial weren't at all what you were expecting. Because you never imagined that in that position, one person would protect another like that.
そう
And in response to that unexpected development,
そうよ
you reacted by proclaiming Makoto the blackened, and trying to execute him. You made the choice out of desperation. No, more than that. You must have realized that Makoto, who refused to be manipulated, was a threat to you as well.
だけど
But then there was another unexpected development waiting for you. An entity that would throw a wrench, so to speak, in your precious execution machinery. Alter ego. You never imagined the possibility of a being that could come to our aid even after you'd killed it.
そうなんでしょ
Now, here's the absolute truth. Makoto didn't kill Makuro. You did.
いいわね
So executing Makoto for it would surely be a violation of your rules, which I know you love so much. If the Blackened is exposed, they alone will be executed. That's what you told us, right? And that means I lose? You talk a big game. You're saying the Blackened is me, and not Makoto?
Yeah!
And you can prove this, right?
さあ
No, I can't. Don't just say it like that. What is this, a comedy routine? To make such bold claims without a shred of evidence?
別にいいじゃない
I don't have any right now. But with some more time, I guarantee I'll find some.
そうよ
Because no matter how deeply you try to bury it, there's only ever one absolute truth.
Boom, boom!
And now you're trying to talk like some kind of famous detective type?
だって
If Makoto really was the killer, he never would have come to you willingly like this. He would have feared for his life, feared another execution. He would have tried to run and hide. He would have been gripped by the despair that you love to inspire.
でも
But here we are, confronting you with nothing but hope in our hearts.
なんだよ
And that's supposed to be enough to convince me in the absence of evidence?
え
It's not you I'm trying to convince.
えね
If you were to execute Makoto now, everyone out there watching this would be extremely displeased. Huh?
えそうよ
Imagine what everyone out there would think if you killed Makoto. They would assume that you killed him because what we said was absolutely right.
いいわね
Despair can never kill hope.
ね
Of course, you can say we're just making this all up. You're welcome to prove us wrong. No, you have no choice but to prove it. Because if you kill Makoto without proving your own innocence, you'll be accepting your own defeat. If you want to earn our despair fair and square,
そうするべきよ
then I suggest you take my advice. So, what is this advice of yours? To do Makuro's trial over again. Only this time, you follow the school regulations to ensure a fair trial.
そこで最後の勝負をしましょう希望と絶望をかけた最後の勝負よね
Well, that would make for a proper climax, wouldn't you say? Fair trial. One last showdown. In other words, this would be our chance to expose the true identity of Makuro's killer, of the mastermind themselves. But what reason would the mastermind have to accept the challenge? They'll probably just execute me without another word. Interesting.
Come on!
Very interesting indeed. Barry?
どうかしたくま
Oh, I was getting bored, so I decided to change things up a little. So time for bear jokes. Now, what you've suggested might be plausible. It would certainly make for one honey of a climax.
つまり
Does that mean you accept it?
君たち
If we do things your way, that'll be enough to convince you and the viewers, right? And it would cause you unbearable despair, right? Then I'm prepared to agree to your terms. Will your hope win out? Or will my despair claim victory?
楽しみくま
Let's have one final grisly showdown. He agreed. Then we still have a shot at this.
くま
But this is the long-awaited climax, right? Just guessing the killer is barely a fitting in.
君たち
So for this final face-off, You have to unearth all the mysteries that have been buried here. All the mysteries? That's right. Every last mystery that's pawing around the school. If you can do that,
楽しみくま
then that'll be enough to qualify as a victory for you.
そう
That's what we've been trying to do all along. Okay, well, good. Then let's bear it all. If you can claw your way to the truth of Makuro's death and solve the mysteries of this school,
君たち
then you win. But if you can't do all that, we'll all face execution, right? I can barely contain my excitement. When you learn the whole truth, what kind of despair will you show me? We're as excited as you are, I'm sure.
いいわね
When we've uncovered every last truth, how will the ultimate despair reveal their own despair? I honestly can't believe how this has all turned out.
ね
But before we get started, I want to clarify one more thing. Do you remember the rule? When one student kills another, that's when a class trial is held.
どうかしたくま
I remember that, for sure. So what?
ね
I just want to confirm that is what you said, right? And it's a true statement. You don't have to be so suspicious. I've said it before, but it bears repeating. Everything is based on the school regulations. And having a trial for Makuro is no exception to that. Huh? Makuro's trial is no exception. Then it's part of the regulations. Okay, so what I was speculating while we were down in the trash pit about the mastermind having to be one of us left behind because of the regulations, it's true. That means Monokuma is not the one who killed Makuro. I mean, I guess you could say they could have used Monokuma to kill Makuro if they're controlling Monokuma, though. Which would have to mean that whoever killed Makuro... It's a very polarizing approach, I know. But, okay, enough puns. Anyway, here's a hint. I'm sure I told you this already, but... This killing game began with 16 participants. All of them high school students. And the only people to take a single step in Hope's Peak since the killing game began are those 16 students. So that means there is no mastermind wandering around. The mastermind is one of the 16. What?
ね
Are you telling the truth? Why'd he go quiet all of a sudden?
ぷぷぷ怒ってるんだよ
I'm done talking! I got nothing left to say to you! So get lost, would ya? Why so mad? He seems emotionally unstable.
ほら
Leave me alone! Get out of here! Okay, I'm going. You're really gonna let me go?
ぷい
I don't even care anymore. You're all gonna get your punishment later anyway. I need to start getting it ready. A super duper extra special punishment, overflowing with despair.
ぷぷぷ
ね
Come on, Makoto. Let's go. Okay.
ぷぷぷぷぷ
Monokuma's unstable laughter seemed to cling to us as we walked away. And just like that, we were out of the gym. I could hardly believe it, but somehow I ended up not getting executed. I still had my life, and we still had a chance. Overall, things turned out way better than expected. Once again, I was in Kyoko's debt. Kyoko, thank you. Everything I have right now is because of you.
だけど
Don't thank me just yet. The real battle is still ahead of us. Yeah, true. But still, I'm glad it worked out. I wasn't sure if the enemy would accept my proposal. But honestly, why would the mastermind agree to that? I mean, they don't stand to gain anything from a final showdown, do they?
それは
They had no choice but to accept. Huh?
だって
It's all because of that one moment that the mastermind let their guard down, like I said. So what was it that the mastermind let their guard down? When was it?
それは
I wasn't there to hear it myself, but do you remember what the mastermind said? They said they had hijacked the airwaves to broadcast our school life to the outside world, right? Yeah, they definitely said that.
ね
And what did you think when you heard that? Pretty hard to believe, right? Well, I mean, the idea of actually taking over the airwaves seems so unbelievable.
そうよ
You don't exactly read about it, something like that happening very often, so it's hard to imagine. In other words, that kind of thing is extremely difficult to pull off.
だけど
And yet somehow, the mastermind was able to do it.
つまり
But think of it another way. There must have been some reason they had to do something that difficult. A reason?
それが
They had to show the world something, no matter the cost. Us killing each other. They wanted to show the world?
どうやら
The mastermind has been very adamant about not killing us directly, but forcing us to kill each other. And all their rules and regulations were designed to encourage that. Yeah, that makes sense. If those stupid regulations didn't exist, nobody would have killed anybody.
つまり
So the mastermind's ultimate goal was to make us kill each other and show that off to the world. But why?
そう
To prove a point, most likely. Prove a point?
ね
The outside world has a name for the students of Hope's Peak, right? A certain concept. The best of the best. You're talking about hope, right?
そうよ
And for those of us who represent hope to kill each other and sink into despair. The mastermind wants the world to see that, to try and prove that despair is better than hope. That's their ultimate goal, as the ultimate despair. What? They want to prove that despair is better than hope? But that's ridiculous.
そうね
You're right. It is ridiculous. Completely irrational. It's the kind of thing that nobody but those who call themselves the ultimate despair would devise. That group whose only purpose and motivation comes from despair. But is that really their only reason for making the rest of us suffer?
苗木君
I know how angry it must make you, and yet that same motivation is what led the mastermind revealing their weakness. What?
つまり
Because their goal is to broadcast this killing game to the world. The mastermind has to be more particular than reasonable about their own regulations. If the mastermind simply ignored their rules, this wouldn't have been a game, but a one-sided slaughter.
少なくとも
At least, that's how those who are watching this would have seen it. And that's why the mastermind couldn't kill any of us themselves.
そうよ
That's precisely the reason. No matter how much they may hate what I'm doing, I haven't violated a single one of their regulations. Junko broke the rules, so she was punished. But in my case, they couldn't lay a finger on me.
そう
So instead, they tried to use the class trial, following all their proper rules, to get me killed. They began a trial that didn't have a right answer, then made me out to be the killer. But even that didn't work.
そうね
Yes, thanks to you. And due to that failure, the mastermind took yet another risk. They attempted to kill you instead, who also was not the killer. And when that fact was exposed on live TV to the entire outside world, the mastermind had to accept your suggestion.
ええ
To prove to the world that despair is better than hope, they have to defeat us in perfect form.
つまり
It would only do the mastermind harm to have it shown that they violated their own regulations. But all of that was a hunch, right? And you were still able to get the mastermind to accept your challenge.
だけど
Well, it's only thanks to you that we got that chance. Because you believed in me, another path opened up. Still, I can't believe how much of the mastermind's thoughts and plans you were able to figure out. I didn't have the slightest clue.
違うわ。
In the end, though, I couldn't prove any of it. It was just my reasoning. Essentially, I was making a bet. But it looks like I got it right. This time, at least. I won the bet. She let out a quick sigh. I took it as a small sign of relief. To be honest, I haven't been that nervous in a long time. I totally couldn't tell you were nervous at all. You seemed totally confident from the moment we decided to go talk to him. Well, presenting a strong demeanor is a fundamental part of negotiation and persuasion, wouldn't you say? Plus, if I'd shown my weakness, that would have just made you that much more uneasy. Yeah, you're probably right. How pathetic.
だけど、
Anyway, we can't relax just yet. All we've done is earn another chance to fight. We have to win this time,
そう。
or everything we've gone through will have been for nothing. You're right. If we can't defeat the mastermind, it'll cost us our lives. There's no option except to win.
ね
But before we begin the final battle, we have to tell the others what's going on. True, but now we know who our real enemy is. All we have to do is work together with everyone to destroy the mastermind. Work together with everyone.
え。でも、
Is that really possible? Huh?
とにかく
Anyway, right now we have to go find the others.
行きましょうか。
They're probably in the dorm somewhere. Shall we go? Okay.
とにかく
Oops, that's the gym. I always do that. Okay. We're out of here. Okay, let's go find Aoi! Yeah! I mean, let's go see how everybody's doing. Okay, so that's Kyoko. Huh. Said they're probably in the dorms somewhere, but where? This is still sealed off. Maybe they're just in their rooms, but normally it would say that if they were. This is Hina's room. Is she inside?
ね
I don't think she's here. Come on, we need to keep looking. Okay, so that means probably that none of them are in their rooms. Let's go to the dining hall. And suddenly, we were greeted with... You again. Is he broken? I suppose his emotional instability reached its limit. Okay. Jeez, what the heck?
でも
I wonder what that was all about. I couldn't help but let out a sigh of relief. Ugh!
唾液だよね。
Aoi! Yeah!
みんな、やっぱり苗木だ。どの角度から見ても苗木だよ。
あら、生きてたのね。
まったくゴキブリ並みのしぶとさだな。
念のために聞いとくけど、幽霊じゃねえよな。
Everyone was there. All my friends who had struggled together and survived. As soon as I saw their faces, I couldn't help myself. I started to tear up.
なんだ
Wait, what's that smell? Oh, it's from the trash pit, right?
なんだこりゃ。
Yeah, man, that seriously stinks. It's Makoto! He smells like a wet dog! Get away! Shoo! Shoo! And in a flash, my tears dried up. Oh, man. Owie! So what have you guys been doing while I was gone?
うん。
Well, we figured that since the trial was over, we'd have to access to new places again. And? No dice. All of the rooms that were locked before were still locked. So there weren't any new areas. Then where can we go to find new clues? Okay.
苗木君
There's no time to indulge in an extended happy reunion. We need to explain to everyone what happened with Monokuma.
なんだ
Explain. Explain what? But is it okay that you're here? What if the mastermind catches you?
そうね
That's related to what I have to tell you all. First, I want to talk to them. They'll tell me, did he turn into a ghost?
でも
Does he look transparent to you? That's just a silly superstition. If ghosts were see-through, they couldn't lead normal lives. Okay, that's enough. Talking to you makes me just want to lay down and go to sleep. Okay, I want to talk to everybody before we get involved in that. Hero! Makoto! What was it like hanging out in the spirit world? I didn't go to the spirit world.
ダメ
Did you get to talk to her? Who? Miss Cleo. No, I didn't talk to her. I mean, I didn't go to the spirit world. I mean, who the heck is Miss Cleo? I still can't believe you survived. Yeah, me either. Do you realize why it is you escaped execution? It was alter ego. He saved my life.
そうだ
Not too many people can say that they had their lives saved by a computer program. I imagine it was a learning experience for you. Coco. Ugh, stink. Are you rotten? This coming from the girl who, back in Sayaka's trial, said she still hadn't showered since she'd been here. I'm pretty sure you stink too, Toko.
そうに決
Rotten
まってるわ
physically, mentally, every way you can be rotten. Sorry, I was rolling around in garbage for a while. The smell is so smelly. Super smelly. You smell even worse than me. Way worse than me. I win. She seems happy for some reason. Let's just stay the fuck away from Toko forever. Alright? Alright.
苗木君
Okay, so now we will
なんだ
indulge in our little react. What I have to tell you all. I need to tell you all about the last class trial. Last class trial?
つまり
We're going to redo Makuro's trial. What? Seriously?
そうだっての
What's the point of redoing it? Makoto killed her, right? No, I didn't do it. Like I keep telling you.
違うわ
Makoto isn't the killer. And of course, it's not me or any of you. Then who is it?
なるほどな
What she's saying is, it was all the work of the mastermind.
え
What? You're saying the mastermind killed Makuro?
そうよ
That's right. It was all an elaborate trap, contrived by the mastermind. Makoto spotted the trap in time, and did what he had to do to stop it.
だけど
But his decision meant that he would be the one to die.
なんだ
You
と
spotted the trap, did you, Makoto? You make it sound like it was easy. I just, you know.
でも
But executing Makoto, who wasn't the Blackened, is a clear violation of the school regulations. The rules state that only the Blackened is to be executed. The mastermind broke their own rules. Which is why I went to negotiate it with them, to have the trial one more time. And the mastermind agreed? Does that mean they really did break the rules? They had no choice but to agree. You used the TV broadcast to gain the leverage you needed, didn't you?
そう
Very observant of you.
当然
I
だ
recall what you said at the end of the last trial. When you said, now it's the mastermind that's ensnared. That's what you were referring to.
ひでえぞ
Hey, I'm totally in the dark here! For anyone who doesn't understand, you can ask Kyoko to explain it again. Later. So knowing all this, what do we do now?
それってさ
It's about who killed Makuro, right? So our job is to expose the mastermind? But there's more to it than that, correct? Yeah. For us to win this time, we have to solve every last mystery surrounding the school. Every last mystery?
でも
But we've been looking around all this time and we still don't know anything, right?
とにかく
You've probably guessed already, but if we lose this time, everyone dies. Everyone?
悪なのよ
Hey, who said you could agree to those terms without asking the rest of us? I'm fine with things the way they are. I'm fine living here forever with Master. I meanwhile want to get out of here as soon as humanly possible.
とにかく
Anyway, At this point, the only way for us to survive is to unravel the truth. In other words,
面白い
one decisive final battle. A rather interesting development, I'd say.
でも
But figuring out who the mastermind is, and how they killed Makuro, and all the school's mysteries? It's a pretty tall friggin' order. Maybe. But this time the trial is different. We know who our enemy is now. If we work together and search as hard as we can, I'm sure we'll solve all those mysteries. I'm not so sure about that. Huh?
私は
I can't agree with the idea of working together with everyone. You can't agree? Why not? Because the mastermind might be one of us, right? I mean, working together with everyone seems like the most obvious way to solve all the mysteries.
ええ
That's what I thought too, at first. Until Monokuma gave us that little hint of his. Hint? It's a very polarizing approach, I know. But, okay, enough puns. Anyway, here's a hint. I'm sure I told you this already, but this killing game began with 16 participants, all of them high school students. And the only people to take a single step in Hope's Peak since the killing game began are those 16 students.
なるほどな
Monokuma said that, did he? Then Kyoko's opinion is perfectly reasonable. Huh? But why?
つまり
If the mastermind really is the one who killed Makuro, as Kyoko says, then the mastermind would have had to set foot in the school, right? Monokuma could probably murder Makuro, but there's no way he could have disguised the scene like that.
つまりだ
But according to Monokuma, the only people who have set foot in Hope's Peak are the 16 students who have been taking part in this killing game. One angle I need to take when considering this is not that, okay, there are 6 people left. Who is the mastermind? I need to take into account there were 16 students here. Is there any way that any of them could be the mastermind? Because we've been through trials, we've had people, killed because they violated regulations. We've had the blackened, punished. Is any of that not what it seems, basically? Because this game loves to play with your expectations. So, or I should say your assumptions. Then the mastermind is... There were 15 of us in the main hall. Or the main hall at the very beginning. Add in Makuro and you get 16. So the mastermind would have to be one of them?
そう
Of those 16 people we started out with, the only ones still alive are the people standing right here. Need I continue, or do you get it now? You're saying the mastermind is one of us? You can't be serious! Wait, we can't say for sure that's true yet. Monokuma might have just said that all to confuse us. It's certainly a possibility, but only one among many. The mastermind being one of us is also a possibility. And that is one possibility we can't ignore. Yeah, I mean, they're in ultimate, right? The ultimate despair. They must be a high schooler. You can't say it's not possible. But if one of us was the mastermind, they have to be controlling Monokuma somehow, right? But did you ever see anyone acting suspicious anytime Monokuma was active?
それ
Maybe they
は
snuck off and controlled him in secret.
でも
I don't care how sneaky you are. We would have noticed someone sneaking off that many times.
そうじゃねえのか
Then maybe Monokuma was on autopilot. Maybe they loaded up all the dialogue and actions beforehand. In that case, there's no way he could have had all those back and forth conversations with all of us. Well, it wouldn't be entirely impossible if they directed the flow of the conversation. Well, maybe, but still.
分ご承知かと思いますが、これからこの殺し合い学園生活は真の怪盗編へと突入します。
True ending mode. You know, I wonder if we would have just went along with it and basically if we would have said Kyoko killed Makuro, if that would have led to some kind of bad ending, but it wouldn't have just been like, you all die. I don't know.
そこで公平を期すために学園内の部屋のロック
Oh
は
shit.
すべて解除しちゃいます。好きに調べてちょうだいな。思う存分謎を解いてちょうだいな。
Okay, that means that we have access to the Monokuma room inside the data center. That means we have access to the biolab. What else was there? There must have been one or two more rooms, right? Of course, there's also the dorm area, the second floor of the dorm area. But who knows if that's included.
うぷぷ。では学級裁判でお会いしましょう。やははははは。
ふーん
How very magnanimous of him to unlock all the rooms.
まあいいだろ
The
う。
time for talk is done. We need to begin our investigation. But I was planning on working alone from the beginning anyway.
戸上の名にかけてだ。
At this point, I can only rely on myself, on the Togami blood flowing through my veins. I have no time to worry about the rest of you. Each of you must uphold your responsibility.
じゃあな。
After making his final statement, Byakuya left the dining hall. Master, he didn't take me with him.
おいおい
Do you blame him? Without Master, the rest of you are like coffee with cream, without the cream, or coffee. You're totally useless. So bye. With that, Toko trudged out of the dining hall. And now she's gone. And you're gonna go off by yourself, right, Kyoko?
Yeah.
That's right. Which leaves Makoto, Hina, and me.
ダメ
In that case, I'm gonna go by myself too. Wait, how come? Just wait and see. I'm gonna use my totally awesome spirit power to figure out the mastermind's identity. Laughing loudly, Hiro left the dining hall. Everyone's really gonna go off by themselves? What about you, Hina? I guess I'll do the same thing.
でも
I mean, it's not that I don't trust everyone, you know?
だって
But up until now, I really haven't been all that useful. I just depended on Sakura and everyone else. You're not useless. If you hadn't been there, I would have died. Makoto, that's really nice of you to say.
でも
But still, I know I've mostly been totally useless.
よし
So I figure, at least here at the end, maybe I can find something that'll help us all get out of here. So I'm gonna go off and do it all on my own. Okay, see you later! Hina was in surprisingly high spirits as she dashed out of the school. Or out of the dining hall, even. Out of the school, we wish. And once again, it's just us two.
Yeah.
Indeed. So, you're gonna go off on your own too, right, Kyoko?
だけど
Well, don't misunderstand. Just because we're going to do our searches separately doesn't mean we can't still work together.
それは
That goes for all of us. I think I see what you mean. Doing our own investigating doesn't mean we can't work together in the end. I should just see it as us splitting up to cover more ground. And then we can get back together and share what we found. Yeah, that's right.
じゃあ
Well, I'd better get going. I have an endless list of things I need to check.
そう
Monokuma said all the doors in the school had been unlocked. Right? We should be able to investigate every nook and cranny in the school. We can visit all the places we couldn't go to before.
苗木君
Makoto, no matter what it takes, we have to uncover the truth. By any means necessary. With that, Kyoko was gone. Leaving only me. I don't have time to waste either. I have to begin my search. So I was just thinking, as this dialogue was going through, okay, still can't believe the mastermind might be one of us. So that's what I have to prove. I'll prove that the mastermind isn't one of us. I'll expose the mastermind's true identity and solve the mystery of the school. And then we can all escape together. I guess I'll start by taking a look at Makuro's Monokuma file. Due to the explosion, the victim's identity is unknown. They were, however, dead before the blast. The victim had been stabbed a single time with a knife, which went completely through the body. They'd also been struck in the head with an object about as thick as a metal pipe. The body was covered with other wounds, but these were at least several days old. Once we find out who killed Makuro Ikasaba, then we'll know who the mastermind is. So where should I start my investigation to figure out who killed her? I guess I should start with the rooms that were locked up until now. The headmaster's room, the biolab, and the door in the data center with Monokuma's face on it. That's right, the headmaster's room. Oh, and the second floor of the dorms where the gate was down before. That should be open now, right? After that, I'll have to double check the areas that are connected to the murder. Which means the garden and the dojo. Okay, time to get started. But yeah, what I was saying is... Wow, places to check. A lot. Okay, I'll try to remember those places. But I was thinking back to when we entered the secret room, in the second floor with the boys' bathroom. At that point, we were also attacked by Makuro. And all the files were cleared out. Why did Makuro not kill us there? Is it because she is was also another ultimate despair? Or was that not Makuro? And like both the ultimate despairs just kind of are using that mask or whatever. Anyway, you know what I'm saying. But I wonder if there's more to that. I wonder if I should check the secret room as well as all the other places they're telling us about. There's nothing in the dorms, just the area, the second floor of the dorms up here. Let's go there first. The gate's open. We can finally check out the second floor of the dorms, which means I have to do it. Wow. This is the second floor of the dorms? It looks like some ancient ruins. Or no, it's more like a battlefield. Like a bomb blew up here or something. Wow. Wow. I can't look straight down, but whew. Damn, son. This is the girls' bathroom. Even in a place like this, I can't bring myself to go in. Dude, this is not about the bathroom. This is about finding out shit. Alright. But actually, looking at this timer, I just realized this is almost an hour long, so, excuse me. So I am going to end this episode here, and we will come back in the next one to hopefully go through our investigation before we can finally come to a conclusion and hopefully defeat Monokuma once and for all. So, as always, thank you guys very much for watching, and I'll see you all next time.